Okay. Okay, here I am. Good morning. Let's go over in the Shaar Hakavanot. Let's skip a little bit. We got to Rabbi Kiva. We talked a little bit about Haomer or Haomer. Let's go to page Kuf Tzadiches. And now maybe we should have started over here, but be what it be. It says at the bottom, it says, Yizboyer Sharamochim Nimshgur Belel Pesach Choya Lefi Shah. They were momentary. V'nimshach B'shenis Al Yeder of Haomer. And then the rest of the Mochim had to come through the Haomer. So let's read number Nun Bet. Where is Nun Bet? Oh, wow. Got Nun Bet here somewhere? I'm looking in the wrong place. Okay, here we go. So he says, Hinein is boyer ki chagadlus hazecha dezer anpin koya defisha belel rishon shel Pesach v'achakach yom rishon shel Pesach mistalkim kol hamochem niskarim v'choizer lekadmuso, and it goes back to Katniss again. So let's see what we could do. He says, going on, Mikan ve'elech v'sadach marash v'tal Shmuel Vital Benil Shel Marachul Kitziv V'Sikun Kol Seder Kavanas Sefirat Haomer Leil Nizbara Leil. We explained that with the Belel Rishon the passive Bekabel Zer Anpin Mochen the Yasos V'Abba V'Imber Loyin. So Zer Anpin receives those. Now those two, okay, we see in drawings that they're really together. V'Hu B'Bechinas Gadlus B'Kol Makom Kol Zer Be'Eder B'Chad V'Shah Yom Rishon the passive bestalkim bebenu kol hamochim shekibel v'choizu the kadmusa v'debich the kadmus. V'achakach melel sheni ve'eloch oz anu choizim lahamshech hamochin and diskarm. So we come back, we start being mamshech them. Gefi sedach madregos kol madrega b'yom shalom ayedech v'mitzvah sefirat haomer v'chamishim yom shebein Pesach l'tzeres. V'chamishim yomim shebein Pesach l'tzeres ana mamshicha b'chazara l'zer anpin es hamochen b'chadroga called yom b'chadrega achaz shal yom. I think that's pretty much a repeat of what we said up, but what he said in the Rav. Ayedech mitzvah sefirat haomer v'noida ki ein hakeser nimdach l'olam v'einach v'nikta b'mizbach rak min ha'chochma l'mata. So we're only bringing in everything from chochma going downwards. And he says in regards to that, he said, so explain over there, the hakeser ain't a nimdach a b'minyan hachasaras sfiros the called parts of, so we don't count it in the parts of. Other hachasaras sfiros nimdach a mechochbel the mata, but you recount 10 from chochbel going downwards. V'yachadim b'radas hasaras sfiros, and you conclude das with the 10 sfiros. Ve'lo hakeser hu b'bechina atza b'china Atzma, la'atzma, it's an entity by itself. V'hu nimdach b'minyan the spiritual parts of the elyon, so it is counted in the parts of the elyon. We go in the Kesed, is there anpin na'atzma shlisha tachton the teveres the tevuna, which we understand that that's where it's made out of, and it's really a part of the parts of up above as well. V'zechen nechshav ku mechlal sefiras the tevuna, so therefore it is considered to be a part of the spheres of tevuna. But it's not part of the spheres of Zer Anpin. I'm not sure I got that exactly, but I want to move on. Excuse me, the Ferris. So at that point, that's where the Nekeva gets built as well, when you get to Teferis. Ma'ach re'cha Teferis, on the back of Teferis, Kanaida v'ima heim sheves spheros, and along with her another 7 spheros that go down. U'konegdam anu sofrim sheves shvuos elu, and so therefore, corresponding to that, we count 7 weeks. B'sheves shvuos, the spheros of Haomer, also Haomer nimshach and amochen rak l'sheves spheros, so the during the spheres of Haomer, we're only dealing with 7 spheros that are going to receive Sheva. V'heim chochma bin the das, chesed gevura teferis, teferis the zer anpin. V'heim the malchus nuk the zer anpin, and then also it's going to go to the other entity, which is the nuk of zer anpin. Shemakom b'bidasa, where is she? Maskil b'achrei ha'chazer, comes behind the Tiferes Zer Anpin. Shehu makom ha'Tiferes. Benimsa because Shavura me'elach Shavura Sheva Shavuras Nisakenes Spheres Achas Spheres Achas V'Sheva Spheres and Iskeres. So because Shavua every single week Ana Masaknim Mamshichem Mochim, so we build, we stream down Mochim, the Sphera Achas me'elach Sheva Spheres and Iskeres from one of the spheres of the seven. Amnachum the Ma'aseh Neked Rav the El. So Rav says earlier, Sheseder Chanisis of Mochim b'Sheva Shavuos Naasa b'Seder Shayne b'Mixes. It's a little bit different the way the Hamshacha goes. Vu Shahamshachas and Mochim the Das Zer Anpin Naasa b'Shtei Shavuos. So bringing the Mochim into the Das Zer Anpin takes place in 2 different weeks. The Shavua Shlishi Neknas and Mechasan the Das, because in the 3rd week the Chasana the Das of B'Shvura Haravi Hagavuras the Das Ve'elach B'Shvura Shavin Nimshach and Amoch and the Shtei Sefiras Yachdav. So there in the 7th week you get 2 at the same time, the Tiferes Ulamalchus. So it's interesting. So let's go on. But the Yoski call Achaz Me'elach Sheva He Kolula Mekulam. So each one of the 7 has all the other ones in it as well. The Chayim he speak Sheva Yomim El the Sheva Shavuos. So then you have to get them all counted up. That's 7 times 7. Because Shavuot Koilu Sheva Yomim. Every week is going to have 7 different days in it. Kol Achaz Me'ever Sheva Sefiras Chabad Chagdam HaKlalius Kolula B'Sheva Sefiras Chabad Chagdam Pratius. V'ham Shebe'etzim Kol Achaz Me'Sefiras Kolula Me'Chesogas Sefiras. So let's look at the sphere itself. Each one of them has 10 spheres and a Pratius Gneida. Mikol Makom Adar B'Mecha Sphira. So now during Sphira, Na'asach Atikon Rak B'Sphiras Chabad Chagdam HaPratius shall call Echad Mecha Sphiras Chagad Chagdam L'Klalius. So you're only hitting part of the Chabad Chagdam of the Chabad Chagdam. So he said, Okain Sarag Meshach Zaman Shal Shavuos Shalom. So therefore, in order to get the whole thing done, you have to go through the whole week. The tikkun called Sefirat in order to be able to misakin any particular Sefira. The Bekal Yom Nimshach and the Moch and the Sefira Achat Pratis, because every day you have a Hamshacha to one particular Sefira. And he says, B'Shevach Yomim Shal Shavuah Rishon, like for example in the first week, Nisaknim Sfiras Chabad Chagdam Pratis the Chochmah. Call Achad B'Yom Echad. Each one of them is the Chabad Chagdam of each one of the days. B'Shvuah Hasheni, Nisaknim Sfiras Chabad Chagdam Pratis the Bina. Became because Sfiras. So therefore every Sfira you're going like that. Nimsa. So it comes out like this. Shebimecha Sfira Nisaknim Rak Sfiras Chabad Chagdam Pratis Shel Chabad Chagdam Klali. So he says that's what you're doing. So Rabagam Yekavan Lachashpia B'Sheva Shavasos Shehem Mem Tes Yomim Dechurim El Mem Tes Yomim Nukvin. So he says, so you have this contrast also. Od Kavana, something else to think about. Yesh the Kavan Lahamshech Shefa V'Ha'aram B'Zer Anpin HaNikra Yomim Dechurim, which are called the male days, because Zer Anpin is masculine. El Chadok HaNikra Chapayomim Nukvin. Kol Yom Bechina Acha B'Mem Tes Bechina, so every one gets a different aspect of the 49. K'Mavura Le'el. V'Chasei D'Chusha M'Kuvana B'Kol Yom Lahamsha Ka'ara Ma'acha B'Mem Tes Spheres of Pratius D'Zer Anpin. So every day is one of the 49. Shehem Spheres Chagad Nahim, which is, let's count it up. So let me read this again, because it's a little tricky where it changes from Chabad Chagdam into looking at the sphere itself. He said, B'Kol Yom Lahamsha Ka'aras Ha'ara Me'acha B'Mem Tes Spheres of Pratius. So one of the Ha'ara that's coming into one of the 7, and who are the 7? Shem Spheros Chagad Nahim, which is their Anpin and his Nukva. HaPratius the Chagad Nahim HaKlalus. So the sphere of Pratius Achas Akisheneg the Benuk, and then that also has to go over to the Nuk. V'Kaven Sheha Inyan who. So the idea is like this: L'Hashpia b'Malchus is the pour into Malchus. Sark L'Hashpia Keseder Mechesed al Malchus. So in order to reach that, Hashefa Chazecha Nimshach the Spheres Anuk Shemachesed al malchus aprati shalah. So in order to bring it into that, this bar la'el, the seder hamshachahu, shebiyom arishon nimshach mechesed shebechesed dezer anpin lechesed dechesed denok. V'yom hasheni megavur dechesed dechesed denok. V'chein hala al derek zeh. So since she's along the nook is found on the Chagat Nehim of Zeranpin. So therefore, as he's getting the shefa, she's getting the shefa. Okay, a little bit more. He says, Gam Tzarech. He says, L'kavin b'shev shavuos in its karn, l'sakin masha pagam b'shev sfiros. The idea is to be able to make a tikkun in the pagamim that are in the 7 spheros. That's only longer what I want to say. He should b'shavu al-rishon yakavin l'sakin kol masha pagam b'sfiros achesed. So there's different possibilities of the pagam in that sphere of chesed, which I think he said is the Chagat Nehim. B'shvu hasheni kol masha pagam b'sfiros agavuga b'kein al derek zera b'kol shavua. So therefore, each week is attacking or attempting to make a tikkun in all of those. So a little bit change here. He says, he is boyer shebibirchas Haomer hu b'peh kedei lahamshech hamakifim. So what happens is, let's just go down to Samach Aleph. He says, Sod habracha he besod dibur ha-dibur. Ha-hevel leyotzim in the pan. So this is a concept that is that when we're saying this, the concept of smirim, it's coming out of our mouth, which is the shuhu, sod, or makif. After masking bekitzer as seder kavanas abracha bracha v'asfira sod habracha v'chasfira shehim naasim ayedera b'dibur, which happens that way. So you has to come out of the mouth. Who lachamshech esaor hamakif is to bring the makif as well. Shechein dibur hapapeh hu besod or makif kabavor la'el. Number samach bet. Okay, and it says like this: Baruch Atah Hashem, Yekavin Bezu Hachavaya B'Shem Ma Kazeh. So the idea is that when you're saying this, is that when you say Hashem, you're having the mind of the Milui of Alofim. Yan Ki Zasa Bracha Hi Kula B'Zer Anpin, because the bracha itself is all in Zer Anpin. Let me see where I'm at here. Lost the place here. B'zeranpit. Kevin shegavonis bracha zu heim shachos l'zeranpin. So the kavana of the bracha is to start things, the flow to zeranpin. Kavin ba as a chavaya b'milui ma. Why? Because that's the destination address, and he shows it to us. V'lechein tekaven l'kalu b'shem zeh. So therefore, you have this idea in mind to incorporate in this name. Eser Shemos shall ma dolofim. Now, what does that mean? He says, Yekavan shebeshem Havaya, you should have this kavana. Then in the name Havaya, Zech Kolulim Asara Shemos Havaya Dema. There are 10 different names of Havaya Dema. He said, V'avalael Nizba'aro B'shtei Drachim B'bir Madua Aim Asara Shemos Yu'un Sham. Apparently, we talked about that. Lahavliya osam eser damim shal chesed v'chagavura. So listen, let's go back to number Samach Bet, because in time I want to stop here, and we'll come over and start this tomorrow, so I could get a shot at saying the whole thing out. This is a little bit interesting, more piece.